Hello everyone, my name is Xu. I'm glad to be here to present our recent work. The title of the presentation is M2TS, Multi-Scale Multi-Modal Approach Based on Transformer for Source Code Summarization. I'd like to give this talk in 5 parts. In the first part, we focus on the background knowledge and motivation for our work. Source code summarization technology aims to generate brief natural language descriptions for source code. The existing code summarization approaches can be divided into early template-based approaches and deep learning approaches. Based on the strong learning ability of the latter, we use this approach for research in this paper. You can further understand it by the giving example. We summarize 2 challenging problems. The first is how to extract the structural features of SDs more comprehensively, and the second is how to fuse multiple model features better. For the first question, we present a multi-scale SD feature extraction method, which can extract the structure of SDs more completely and accurately. For the second question, we design a new cross-modality filtering method that not only highlights the structural features of source code, but also learns the contextual semantic relevance between code tokens. For the multi-scale method, we use a practical example to illustrate its effectiveness. In this work, we use power matrices of the SD adjacency matrix to represent multiple scales. In the figure, we can get the adjacency matrix and quadratic matrix based on the SD nodes, corresponding to the row of data in the red box. To the SD can represent the local SD structure with such an indicator marks. Therefore, multiple scales are able to represent multiple different local structures of SDs, and combined with GCN can extract the structural features of SDs more comprehensively. The next part describes our proposed approach. For our framework, code snippets are represented as 2 modalities. For the SD modality, we use the MSE module for embedding, and for the code tokens, we use word embedding to obtain tokens embedding. After that, we use the ECF module to fuse the 2 modality features. Finally, the fuse features and code tokens features are input to the combined decoder for decoding. When generating summaries, we aim to minimize this cross-entropy loss function and update parameters using gradient descendant. Next, we illustrate the MSE module in detail. As shown in the figure, the corresponding power matrices can be obtained according to the SD adjacency matrix. Here we use 3 scales as an example. For each scale, we use a 2-layer JSON with residual connection for embedding, and then outputs of each scale are summed using a weighting method. For the ECF module, furtherly, we regard the ST features as Q, and the tokens features as KV. After that, we use 1x1 convolution to obtain the same size representation for both, and then use the following formula to compute them. Finally, the ST embedding vectors before encoding are added with the fused features using a residual connection to obtain the final fused features. For the 2 encoders used in the model, we use a multi-head attrition mechanism and a fully connected network. It is worth noting that encoders use a single vector as input, while partial blocks of the decoder use different vectors. Next, we introduce the experimental set of parts. We first present datasets used in this paper. To validate the generalization ability of our model, we conduct experiments on 2 Java and 1 Python datasets. Next, we pre-process the 3 datasets. We divide them according to different proportions. We make samples in the testing and training sets disjoint. We split code tokens in the form of camel case and snake case into subtokens. We remove samples that do not meet the requirements in SDs and summaries. We mainly use 4 metrics to evaluate generated summaries: blue, range L, median, and cider. In addition, we compare with M2TS using baselines related to our work. This part mainly describes experimental results. We first describe the comparison with the chosen baselines. As can be seen from the table, our model achieves higher metric scores than the state-of-the-art baseline SD trends. In addition, we show that based on the transformer models yield higher scores than other using RNS models. The results confirm that the transformer can handle long dependence problems well. In the experiments, we chosen a number of scales. we can see that the highest metric scores are obtained when the scale is set to 3. In addition, we also find that the highest metric scores are obtained when the output weights of the 3 scales are set to 0.1, 0.2, and 0.7 respectively. In addition, we experiment with a number of heads used in multi-head teaching mechanism. The results find that the highest metric scores are achieved for the 3D sets when the number of heads is 8. Next, we conduct ablation experiments to explore the impact of methods used in M2TS. We merely analyze 3 critical parts of the model: the use of the broad embedding method, JSON with added residual connection, and the cross-modality filtering method. The data in the table show that all 3 of them are indispensable and related to the model's overall performance. We chose examples from these sets that generate better results for discussion. Compared with the list baselines, our model can generate the keyword GUI and semantically coherent phrases every descriptor. Now let me make our conclusion. We propose the multi-scale multi-modal approach based on transformer for source code summarization. Among them, the multi-scale method can extract the structural information of the code more comprehensively, and the cross-modality filtering method can fuse the features of different modalities and highlight the key information of each modality. We conduct extensive experiments and results show that M2TS outperforms current related approaches. Thank you.